of all.
Hi. How can I address you? Muhammad, Hussein?
Hussein is good.
Okay, Hussein. Hi, Hussein.
Yes, hi.
Yeah, what can I help you with?
It is like I'm working IB school, and it is like the part where the planning is already going on,
Okay.
but now it is similarly taking some more difference comparatively to all the different types of schools. So, what is the type of curriculum you are operating there in at your native place, and how it is helping the students to learn, and what is the strategy you are using? What are the kinds of manipulatives you are taking in, and even what is the possible way of assessment, and if some possibilities which is enhancing you the learning to them, will it help me or will it suit my curriculum, or what is the how the integration is taking part? Is it like the transition part, everything is happening here but the documentation part is different,
Mm,
but
mm,
the way of enhancing teaching methods are different?
mm.
So if it is possible to share, so I can learn it,
Sure,
even
sure.
I can take your experience and your exposure.
We'll see.
Sure.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
First, I'm I'm not that expert in terms of curriculum planning. I will be only telling what I have experienced for the past hmm 9 years of teaching here. More than
Oh,
9 years of teaching here in Dubai.
it's a huge thing, right? I'm still, I'm even I have completed my studies at 2016. I'm just 3 years experienced staff, so I have a huge thing to learn from you. So I'm
Sure.
very happy.
Sure. In my school in here in Dubai, from kindergarten to grade 8, we are allowed to create our own curriculum. Though we are following CBSE board, we are allowed to establish our own school-based curriculum for as long as this is aligned in CBSE, and at the same time there is a separate curriculum here we are following. Yeah, we call it KHDA here in Dubai and Ministry of Education. So maybe that would be different. Now, I would like to give you some ideas since you are a primary teacher and at the same time you are a new I mean for primary and a new school. What I want you to do is to plan a framework, okay? A framework of what are the expected level of outcomes from kindergarten 1, kindergarten 2 until grade 3. What do I mean by grade level outcome? Or are you familiar with the word
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the grade level outcome? Like
Yes.
at the end of the year, this is what a child has attained. Now I'm talking about more on technical. So this is how I plan my curriculum in my school. So for kindergarten, no, in all of my curriculum planning, I have three pillars. Okay, one pillars is for motor skills development. One is for personal social, where confidence, sportsmanship. Okay,
Okay.
so one is okay. Wait, motor skills. Uh, what did I say? Personal, social, and second is the health. Okay, it's all about the health, like cardio endurance, muscle strength, and all. So these three, I see to it that my children are able to attain whatever skills and competencies that they need to attain at the end of the year. Like for example, I just have to give you a very random example for kindergarten. Okay, at the end of kindergarten 1 year, my child, number one, in terms of motor skill, will be able to do fine motor movement. So what are the fine motor movement? Being able to bend, being able to stretch, and part of that also at the end of KG1, my student would be able to demonstrate movement concept. What are the movement concept? Like movement following the shape, following direction, following levels. So these are the technical terms which are all available on YouTube, which are available in Google's. So that is in terms of motor skills. Now, when we talk about personal social, uh, at the end of KG1, my KG1 student would be able to say to develop trust to the teacher, to develop independence, being able to organize their belongings and things, being able to identify what is personal space, what is general space, in terms of movement, follow instructions, safety instructions. So those are there are so many skills. I'm telling you, Hussein, there are so many
Right, right.
skills when we're talking about personal and social. Okay. Now, in terms of health, okay, healthy living, my student would be able to identify what are the healthy eating choices. My student will be able to identify what is why the heart beats faster when they do exercise. They will be able to 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 at least identify what is muscles, what is bones. So those basic understandings and knowledge that you think that your kindergarten one would be able to attain at the end of the year. Okay. Now coming to KG2, so since you have at the KG1 already, obtained this competency, what you need to do for KG2, either you can do plan the same. Okay, you just have to add some more. Like for example, in terms of motor skills, in KG1 they will be able to 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 know and understand what is the movement concept. Now it's about time that this movement concept they will be able to make a patterns, okay? And or maybe they can do movement concept with music, with integration of music. Okay? So
Okay.
it's a ladderize. It's a ladderize, okay?
Okay.
It's really a ladder. The competency, and when they reach say grade 1, so they know their movement concept. They be able to make patterns from movement concept. When they reach grade 1, the same competency. Maybe you will be, if maybe you can add up some. This time they will be doing movement concept with integration of non-locomotor skills, okay, or introduction of locomotor skills like basic run, basic jump, basic gallop, basic skip. So this thing, and when they reach grade 2, from non-locomotor skill, maybe they would, they will be using these non-locomotor skills into movement performance. See, from gallop, they will be incorporating the elements of balance, the elements of coordinations. So I hope, am I making sense here? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right.
Correct.
So
Yeah, I
what?
feel, but sorry to interrupt you. It is like through patterns. You said right, the movement concepts. How can we go along with the patterns? The patterns is like what you're going to mention
Okay.
exact, particularly with the pattern.
So for example, movement concepts say shapes, okay? Like
Okay.
if you ask your student to walk in a certain shape, for example, you have cones
Okay.
forming
Got it.
triangles. So what I need you to do is to walk from this point to that point and that point, and let your student identify, do you see any patterns here? If you
Right.
wanted them to move, or like
Sounds good.
to move a zigzag way, okay, like, or if
Okay.
they wanted them to not only walk, you can incorporate some movement like animals, like move like a frog, move like a, how
Yeah.
do you say, move like a cat, yeah, that's the way I plan it, because in my school we are only meeting the students. I think it's important to consider like what kind of condition do you have in the school? Are you meeting the student every day? Are you meeting the, like for my case, I'm only meeting my student once a week, so technically my planning is week wise, something like that.
Okay.
But in your case, maybe if you are meeting your student daily, then probably you have to really stretch out a certain topics into more activities and all, for mastery. Another thing that you would like to consider in planning is, are you planning for a virtual lesson, or are you planning for a face-to-face one? Because that will be different. When this pandemic started, all my planning in my school, all my planning has been, scratch. I have to make a different plan because we completely shifted from face to face to virtual. So technically all my plan was disregarded, and I have to I have to create another plan for my student. It's a really a challenging task for me being the head of the department. Yeah, so that's it. You have to consider if you are planning for face-to-face kind of activity. Well, that's well and good. Also, I will be sharing with you all my resources if you would like, because my resources, all the resources that I'm using are from the FISED community in the world. Like, I have been following religiously 3 to 4 website. I don't know if you are you familiar with any FISED website creator by any chance? Do you know anybody who is, a hero in PE by any chance? Not in India, not in Dubai, but I'm talking about in UK, in US, especially in US. Do
That
you
is like I'm following some of Andy
Andy
PSPE
Vasili?
teacher, Andy.
Andy Vasili?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Andy Vasili, sure.
Then it is like IB curriculum. We have already have access to login through IB community.
Mm-hmm.
So there I'll go. Just I'll take some sample planners. But here our planning part will be like exactly different.
Correct.
First, aligning the central idea. It is like I'm not directly going for the standalone part.
Mm-hmm.
The standalone part is like subjects. The school subjects. It will take a major role here.
Mm-hmm.
Like please kindly excuse me, my internet is not stable, I guess. Yeah,
No, you're
okay.
clear. You're clear.
Like